Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I know I haven't uploaded in a couple of weeks, but I promise you we are back to our regularly scheduled programming. You guys are going to be getting a lot more content every single week, no more breaks. What we're going to be talking about today is the key to improving as a programmer. And that key, genuinely guys, is just to do it every single day. Right? I'm not going to sit here and claim to be, the best programmer in the world or like some next level, super genius. But I've been working full-time the past 2 years, and I definitely have realized that as I code every single day, I am definitely a lot better. There were times in my career, when I was in college, when I was in between jobs, where I wasn't coding as much. And I definitely realized that after a month or two of coding maybe once a week, once every other week, and, really not being that consistent, there's definitely topics I forget, and there's different things that I just get worse at. And my progress definitely gets slows down, and I'm not improving at the same rate that I want to be at, right? And all you have to do is just think about it, right? If you're like doing something once a week for an hour a day, and there's someone else out there that's coding, every single day, 2, 3, 4 hours a day, they're doing it like 3, 4, 5 days a week, who do you think is going to be the better programmer, right? Well, you really have to get into this schedule and into this mindset that the only way to improve is to code every single day. If you just want to start off, like learning how to code, you want to build like a certain project for yourself, whatever it may be, what you want to do is you want to make a schedule for yourself, and the easiest way to do that is to find a course online and just follow it through from start to finish, right? Pick a course. Ideally, I would say pay for it, because if there's like something free given to you, you're not going to take it as seriously. At least I know that's my kind of mentality. If there's something, especially a course that I pay for, there's definitely a higher chance of me being accountable and me actually, taking it more seriously and actually finishing it than if I just find it for free online. Right? It doesn't have to be the most expensive, but I would definitely find something online, on Udemy or whatever kind of website like that. Find a course and then just follow it through from start to finish. The thing about courses is it gives you a structure to follow, right? The odds are if you're taking a course, there's going to be like plans, lectures, quizzes, different projects that you can work on. And it basically just lets you plan out how you're learning. If you're a computer science student in college, then that's the perfect kind of example, right? When I was in school, what kept me disciplined and actually, made me learn to code was the fact that every single week I had assignments to do, I had exams to study for. I basically had to code because I had no other choice. Otherwise, I'm going to fail out, right? Now, when you're being self-taught and you're learning by yourself, you don't have that kind of luxury, and you're really going to have to develop that kind of discipline by yourself. And if you find a course that you can genuinely plan out, that has different, modules, it has an introduction, a middle, and an end, it makes it a lot easier to plan out. And when you take a course, you have different modules, different projects, maybe even quizzes, and it basically gives you tasks to complete. And when you know what you're doing, you know exactly what you have to do and what you have to read or what you have to code, what project you have to work on. You can start, making a plan and like scheduling time to actually code, as opposed to if you're not using a course and you're just, going through random tutorials online, it's a lot harder to, plan out what you're going to do today, tomorrow, the next day. If you have a course and there's like 10 videos on it, each one of them are an hour long, you know that one day you can watch this video, you can plan out like 2 hours a day, and you're going to spend 1 hour watching the video and then another hour working on a certain part of an assignment in that course. So it's a lot easier to make certain time slots in every single day. You know exactly what you're going to be working on, and that makes it a lot easier to stay accountable and actually complete the things you're doing. If you don't have that, it's a lot harder, guys. In my experience as well, when I was learning and as I continue to learn, I definitely realized that when there's less structure in the things I'm doing, I just basically don't finish it and I don't end up completing what I want to do, and I basically just fail at it, right? So when you take a course online, it's definitely the best thing that it gives you is the structure, and I think the structure is the most important thing, guys, especially if you're self-taught. You need discipline and structure, and there's no better way to do that than when it's told to you, right? You literally buy a course and it's like, hey, this is all the things that you have to do, figure out how to do them. We give you like resources to read, videos to watch, all the things you need to do, and it lets you plan it out. So if you're a beginner right now and you want to improve as a programmer, you want to become a programmer, that's what I would do. I would find a course, and most importantly, make a schedule and get as detailed as you possibly can. So plan out every single day what you're going to be doing, how long you're going to be doing it for, and write it down, write in your calendar, whatever it is, at least 4-5 days a week. Don't just do it once a week, because you're not going to improve, and it's basically a waste of time. If you're planning to only code once a week and you're a complete beginner, I don't think you're going to succeed. I think it's going to be very, very difficult, unless you're some kind of unless it just comes naturally to you. But I think that for the average person, myself included, I definitely need to code many times a week, very consistently, to constantly be improving. And then, once you're out of that kind of beginner stage, once you're a bit comfortable with programming and you want to move on to that next level, I think the most natural course of action is to build a project for yourself, build a side project, build something that you find very interesting, very cool. I know a lot of people start to learn how to code because they have a certain idea, they have something they want to build, and you have all these ideas in your head, it doesn't exist, you want to build it but you don't know how, and so you start learning how to code, right? And if you can get to that point where you've taken a course on programming and you understand the fundamentals, you've gone through it and you know how to code, you're comfortable with coding, I would say at that point just start on your own side project. And when you start on your own project, take the principles that we just talked about and apply it once again. If you have a certain application or website or whatever project you want to build, break it down to as many little tasks as you can. Let's say, for example, if you want to build an app, you know that you're going to have like a login, you're going to have a place to store like usernames and passwords, and basically for every single small feature you want to get as detailed as you can, and make tasks out of every single possible feature for this project or for this app. And then once you have that, you can say, for example, okay, each one of these tasks is going to take me an hour to complete. I'm going to code for 2 hours a day, and I know that I can complete 2 tasks a day. And then that kind of gives you a better idea of, okay, in like a month or 2 months, I should be able to complete this project if I follow this plan. You want to get as detailed as possible, because once you do that, not only do you have a plan to follow and it's a lot less, daunting and overwhelming, but it'll actually increase the chances of you actually completing it. You look at the calendar, you look at your list of tasks, and you're like, okay, all I have to do is complete all of these and I'm done. It makes it a lot more realistic and a lot more tangible. And not only that, but in the real world as a software developer, these are the kind of strategies that teams use to succeed. Every task is planned out, every task is written, there's deadlines, there's a plan for every single thing. And if you do this for yourself on your own projects, it'll definitely prepare you for the real world. For if you are looking for a full-time job, it'll definitely prepare you and make you more ready to succeed in that kind of position. So I think there's nothing to lose and so much to gain if you schedule your time and you plan it all out, because most people don't succeed in learning how to code because it's overwhelming, it's hard, and they give up, and basically they have no structure in the way they learn. They watch a tutorial, it's very difficult, and then they end up giving up. And if you have a schedule, the odds of that happening are a lot lower, right? At the end of the day, it's all up to you to improve as a software developer, especially if you're self-taught. No one's going to hold your hand. No one's going to be there to support you. Really, when you're learning by yourself, it's all up to your discipline, right? It's going to be hard at times, but if you can stay disciplined, then that's all that really matters. And the best way to do that, guys, is make a plan, make a schedule, stick to it, and hold yourself accountable. I would literally plan every single thing. If I was just starting out right now, if I knew what I knew now, I would plan out every single day. I would dedicate 2 to 3 hours a day and plan it all out and go from there. Right? So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. As always, if you have, I would appreciate it if you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate all of you. And like I said in the beginning, I took a bit of a break just now. It's summer and I spent a couple of weeks off, but regular programming will resume. I have a lot of ideas for the future and posting new videos, and I promise you guys, this channel is only going to improve and get better, and I'll give you guys some amazing content. So as always, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.